This is the Army. We are better armed, armored, and equipped than a bunch of drunk hillbillies with hunting rifles. We will shoot you. Thoroughly. That is all.
Lily? I really hope you're at the radio, sis, because, I'm in a little trouble here.
Jacob? Where have you been? I've been trying to raise you for ages.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've been busy.
What's going on?
I sort of took a bad fall off a roof. I don't think I can make it home on my own. Anybody out there who can give me a ride?
If anybody's in the neighborhood, can you please go get my idiot brother?
Maya, of course. Oh, darn it. So, Alan is a character I'll never be able to control. And now he's concerned. But Maya, even though she's not in town because she's sad, she's causing trouble. So thanks, Pastor Will, who apparently is assertive. You're ruining the team. I thought this meant that you were friendly and I could make you be my... never mind. I don't know what that icon means. But let's go and switch to her. So she's already happy, so I don't actually need to do much with her.
Coming home now.
Painkillers and snacks. Yeah, that's not bad. I like to have my inventory organized. Since I can control her, I might as well give her a gun. Again, your influence is capped by your fame, so after it does start ticking down. Let's go and give her a gun. And the best blunt weapon. For now, let's see, she can carry 14.4 pounds. Let's say, oh, I don't really want to give her the pipe wrench. I guess we'll give her a rusty pipe.
Okay, that was it.
Alright, now let's switch to Maya and make her happy. I'm a little disappointed that she made Alan unhappy right before I was going to switch to her. So she has all this gear, so let's go and put some of this up.
We've got a trade offer.
Alright, now I always get this part mixed up. Let's see here. Wants to trade some of their food for some of our ammunition. Fortunately, that's way too heavy for her. Well, as I get more items, that frying pan's fairly heavy, but as I get more items, I'll be able to carry more.
There you go. Don't say I never gave you anything.
So now she's happy.
What you got?
Oh, you know, stuff.
Let's see, what is this? She has leadership, so I might actually carry her instead. I might actually have her act, since I'm going to be carrying an ally on this mission.
Shit, man. At this rate, it's only gonna be a matter of days before the zombies swarm in here and kill us all.
Typical. We're gonna need some more construction materials soon. This place is gonna fall down around our ears.
I have plenty of construction materials, and our morale is high. That's one of the things people didn't like. It's just, the comments just seem completely random.
Good, you're here. Coming with me? I'll carry the stuff and do the talking. I just want to have an extra gun on hand in case things go bad.
So I think she's gonna. So I think she's carrying
Don't be a
food.
pussy.
I don't really remember how these trade runs work. I think I just go there and then come back, and it's fine. Let's just take this car. I like these cars a lot. Actually, how far is this? It's far. Yeah, we're taking a car. These are my favorite cars, which is why I didn't want to drive it, but that's fine. So yeah, now this town is mostly safe, so I just need to follow this road out of town, take a left. Running into zombies will damage your car, so... now, I also used to play, besides the time doesn't pass mod, you still lose stamina, but you would I wouldn't have to worry about events happening while I was offline. But besides from that, I also played Indestructible Cars mod. You would still get destroyed on juggernauts and gunfire and stuff, but running into zombies wouldn't do any damage. Yeah, I know, it sounds like I'm playing easy mode, but I just didn't like dealing with the problems and the hassles. Like, I want to run over zombies. I don't want to have to just ignore them all day. That's kind of the point of putting them in the road while you're in a car. So it should be this house up ahead. Many of these houses have a gas tank, so try not to drive into it. You won't be happy.
What's a good word?
Good to see you. Deal.
Great. I think this actually works out for both of us.
Bye. I'm headed back with the goods.
We should get moving. Lead on.
I got this. Don't worry.
Looks like trouble ahead then.
Now, I'm not sure how much of your allies' stats matter when they're not your main survivor. I don't think they matter at all. So the moment I can control her, I'm going to give her a weapon so she stops attacking things with her feet.
You're one badass motherfucker, you know that?
See, that's not as fun as actually driving through that horde of zombies. Yeah, it does take skill to drive around them. I know. But I mean, if your car was indestructible, what would you rather do? Drive through the zombies or drive around the zombies? So for me, the game was more fun not having to worry about car durability. So when I do play the breakdown, I will think about it. And you may say, well,
shop at all the organic food places, farmers markets, shit like that. If it wasn't holistic, pesticide-free, and lovingly hand-picked by hippies on a commune somewhere, I wouldn't eat it. Meant my grocery runs took 2 hours, and I could have just zipped down to the Tartan Mart up the block. But I was making a difference. Okay, I was a smug, elitist foodie, and I'm pretty sure all my friends wanted to throttle me whenever I said the words dinner party. Hell, now I'm just happy if a can of creamed corn's only been expired a week. Here comes trouble!
okay, was this like overrun? This is supposed to be an enclave. It's more like a zombie house. I don't see any survivors in there. So I just wasted my spawn. I guess some survivors spawned there. They probably may have gotten overrun by zombies at some point. I don't know. But that's kind of like, that's my spawn point there. That was my searchable location there for food. Food is, however, one of the easiest commodities to come by, so it's not that big of a loss. It's still a pain, though. That's why I don't really want enclaves spawning around me.
Okay, that's all we need.
So if our trust is high enough, I'll switch to her, make sure she's happy, and so forth. And try to get everybody happy before I quit.
There's still a few things to do out there.
So let's try getting some scavenger missions in to try to make these people like me more. So at this point, it's mostly safe because all this area around me, unless zombies are walking in from gunshots, you know, they'll spawn like out here and then they'll walk towards here because of gunshots. It's gonna be mostly safe. Now, while I could quick search, remember that would actually spawn new zombies.
Fucking sweet.
Actually, I don't think I have the time to do a scavenging mission, so I'll just have to hope everybody's okay when I get back. See, I don't like that. It's one thing to lose my allies because of stupid decisions I make, but it's one other thing to lose my allies because I can't play 24 hours a day. Unfortunately, that's the part I don't like about this game, is the babysitting aspect of it.
Alan says the army just choppered a bunch of people into Spencer's mill. Looks like they're setting up some kind of camp.
You think it's an evacuation route?
I don't know. There hasn't been anything on the radio.
Weird. Okay, I'll check it out. If they got a helicopter, maybe they can get us the hell out of here.
Might want to send somebody with military experience. I don't know. Maybe they'd respond better.
Confirmed.
Here's a hint.
We're Zed free here.
They won't really respond better. Now at this point I can just like switch to Maya and just warp to her by doing that. Let's see here. I'll keep this backpack because it is the color of her outfit, and it was the one she started with. Let's go ahead and warp there, and then warp her, and she's back home. So we'll put some of these in. I'm just gonna put in this hatchback things I don't know if I really want to waste influence on. Alright, one way to get some influence is to just get rid of your gear, and then when your allies take control of that character, they'll take items out. And if we look at her, well, later on when we come back, I think she'll have some equipment. Hopefully. We'll see. He's still tired, so I'm not going to switch to him just yet. So I'm going to end on with Maya.
Listen to this. I recorded it a little while ago.
Gotten ourselves into a jam.
Sounds like they're in a bad spot. I want to offer them a hand. I'm sending you the location now.
Darn it, Sam. I was about to stop. Alright, fine, whatever. Where is this? Your allies can and will accidentally shoot your cars.
Alright, best of luck.
So, if you do decide to take advantage of their infinite ammunition and give them a grenade launcher, keep that in mind.
Ready to move.
Let's move.
Get in, Sam. Jeez, you're so...
Got you now.
Fuck you up.
Got him.
Fucking A. Thanks for coming to get me. I'm ready to leave now.
Pharaohs aren't actually that dangerous. You can just roll and smash their heads in. So at some point I'll show you ways to defeat them that don't involve a car. But right now I'm kind of rusty, so I'm not entirely sure that's something I'm ready for. I guess he's no longer tired. Can't switch to Brooklyn yet. Wait. Okay, switch to these. I can switch to Eleanor now. Or Eleanor was the one I had before? No, I don't think so, because I don't think I had the reflexes before. Okay, yeah, so she must have grabbed the table leg. Yeah, this is the character I had before. So she grabbed the table leg out of the thing. So if I was really hard up on influence, or you know, she can eventually grab more expensive things out of there.
I've been sketching some plans in my spare time, and I think I hit on something. We need some more sleeping space. People are already sharing beds and shit. Now I've drawn up some basic plans, but we'll want to get on this in a hurry.
Grrr!
People
Hate
are
that
already
event.
talking about leaving.
That's so lame. Materials are not the easiest one to come by, but you lose them all the time to... I hear them clawing the walls at night. This is the safest place possible. Even with that infestation nearby, that's not an excuse, because you could have no infestations nearby, and it will happen. Put it in here for now, so it's a minimized number of cars that have things. Alright, I don't know what you are. I guess it says welcoming, so you're happy. I can't switch to you yet. Alan is concerned, but everyone else is fairly happy. Lily can also bully people, so I gotta get my team happy. That's something to worry about. Alright. So I guess we're done for now. Let me go and switch to Maya. If I lose people, I'd rather not lose her. Alright, thank you very much for watching Tran Wins State of Decay Original Flavor. I'll see you next time. Welcome to Tran Wins State of Decay. This is the original version of the game. No mods. Fresh install. This was post-commentary on my recording of this. I must have forgotten to toggle on the microphone. So fuel isn't really used for much, so I enjoy using it for outposts pretty much all around, you know, constantly around the clock.
Lil, I want to tell your guy to hurry up. Looks like I just got noticed.
How bad is it?
Pretty bad.
Just hang on. Somebody will be there soon.
At some point, it'll be very handy for you to attach suppressors to all your gear, just so that your watchtower people don't lure more zombies. I like to use Maya to talk to the army people. This is pretty much the only time it's unique.
Corporal Torres.
Sergeant Tan.
It's been a while. What was it, 3 years?
2. Afghanistan.
Right. Guess I'm not surprised you're out here ignoring the quarantine orders.
Yeah? Gotta say I'm surprised to see you standing around with your thumb up your ass while civilians are dying all around you.
You don't have to like orders to follow them.
So what? We're on our own?
Civilian Casevac isn't the mission. Isolate, contain, identify. Until the squints figure out what's causing this little chuckle fuck, you're all potential carriers. Any chance of you listening if I tell you to go home and lock the doors?
Probably not. No.
Well, then I guess I didn't see you out here. You better get going. The captain gets cranky when people contaminate her scene.
Confirmed. Where's that free here?
So this is a gas station that, like, the Enclave collapsed. Never even saw them. Just a bunch of zombies inside.
So, when are they coming to get us?
They don't. We're on our own.
What?
Fuck 'em. We've survived this long. We'll keep surviving.
I actually like Sergeant Eric Tan a lot. He's just all around a great guy.
This is an open message to any survivors in Trumbull Valley. Marshall Municipal Courthouse is a safe place. We have food, security, and shelter. Provided you're willing to obey the law and contribute to society, you're welcome to join us here.
Judge Lawton is a complete loser. She's a danger to everybody. She immediately assumes that she's queen of everything just because she's a judge. Well, here's the thing is, while she may understand law, she understands American law, and oddly enough is done imposing her own rule. So by the time you see this episode, I've already finished the game. Now I'm doing the post-commentary for the one episode I didn't get microphone on.
Lily? You're starting to get closer!
Where are you?
Thank Christ. I was starting to think home was coming.
Hey, I told you my sister wouldn't leave me.
Jacob, right? Come on. Let's get you and your friend out of here.
No, that's okay. You just get him back to the church safe. I gotta get back to my brothers before they notice I'm gone.
Eli, we've talked about this. I'm not ashamed to be seen with you.
It ain't about shame. You know what Job would do if he caught us together.
Your brother's an asshole.
He's still my brother. I better move. You get him home safe.
You get yourself home safe. Don't do anything stupid, okay?
Hey, I'm young, quick, and I got a big-ass wrench. What could go wrong?
Here you go. We should probably toss one more of those things when we get a little farther up the road. Give him some more time to get clear.
In case I didn't really adequately cover it before, now I'm doing post-commentary so I can think about it, but influence is your resource for buying things, such as services and supplies. When you drop things in your locker, you get a portion of your influence for that item. So let's say a gun costs 75. You get 60. And when you take it out, you have to pay 75. So the things you bring back to base cost you more to pick back up. I think that's lame because you're the one bringing pretty much everything to base. The stuff that people bring is like useless handguns and sticks. Literally, they bring you like a 2x4 that weighs like 5 pounds and it breaks very easily. No, you're the one doing all the work, so you should get all the advantages. I understand that in a normal buying and selling economy, that in a game you sell things to the store for less. I get that. But in this case, you're the one doing all the work. You're doing all the supplies. Speaking of supplies, there's many different kinds. Food is fairly self-explanatory. Your base needs food, otherwise they will not be happy. Materials are used to construct buildings or upgrades. And now, in my case, since I'm always flush with materials, I'm constantly building suppressors. Ammo is You don't actively use the ammo resource. You use bullets on your character. And the ammo itself is used basically, I guess, to determine if you're safe or not on random events. I'm not actually 100% sure on that. Fuel is pretty much only used for outposts. You don't actually have to pay your cars or anything to keep them running. Anytime you see me enter a building, I prioritize medicine above all else. Because as you know, I take great efforts to keep everything running in tip-top shape. Medicine is the one thing I can't produce. I can make fuel, I can make and find lots of food, materials, we can spawn through outposts. So medicine and materials are probably my most prized things to find. Ammo too. Only in the beginning, just to make sure that my enclave, my base has enough ammo to run. You can use things like ammo, fuel, all that. You can use these resources I've just mentioned to construct things in your base if you have the appropriate building for it, which is kind of lame. Here's what I mean. Like, you actually need a workshop to build a suppressor. Now, you may say, well, of course you need tools. Well, you have the entire world at your disposal, but you're limited to one building. So when I move to, like, the Snyder's warehouse, you'll see that when I move out of the church, you'll see that I pretty much conquered the entire town. It's better for you to just tap the honk button as rapidly as possible rather than holding it down.
That ought to be enough. They'll be too fixated on the noise to pay much attention to Eli. As long as he doesn't get cocky.
If you've ever played like Rebuild, they expand their border as you defeat the zombies. So your town grows bigger, essentially. In this case, there's no such luck. So you would actually have to tear down like your barracks and build a workshop in its place, which takes a lot more resources than, for example, just capturing another house. It's always strange that it's the driver who generally talks about things to the driver. It feels like it should be the passenger talking about things. Such as the driver saying, hey, I think that last one was just asking for directions, when you run over a bunch of them. That sounds like it really would be the passenger saying that.
I got him, Lily. We're on our way home.
Thank you. Now please, smack him in the head for being an idiot.
So, haven't seen you around the church before.
Guess you could say I'm new in town.
Right. End of the world, you just blew into town and somebody points you to a place to stay. Ow! What was that for?
You heard your sister.
I'm really talented, apparently, to hit him upside the head while driving, and he's in the back.
How's the leg?
It hurts like hell. I think I twisted my ankle or something. And nothing's broken, though. With a little bed rest, I should be fine in a day or so. Just don't expect me to be running around town dodging zombies until then.
How's it going?
Okay, I'm free and clear. See you soon.
We'll crack open a cold one for you.
Those little house icons are part of the rucksack upgrade.
This while I was out.
If you played State of Decay and you didn't have Lifeline, you don't get this. If you buy the Lifeline DLC, it affects the main game as well and allows you to use the trunks of your cars.
Found this while I was out.
What were you thinking? You know nobody's supposed to go out there alone.
Will you please give it a rest? You're not Mom. And besides, I wasn't alone.
Tell me you weren't with Eli Wilkerson again.
That's none of your...
I don't trust him. You know what his family's like.
Eli's not his family.
Just... be careful, okay? I just got you back. I don't want to lose you again. Hey, have you seen Dad recently?
No, the last I saw him, he was going up to the lake to look for survivors.
The lake, huh?
Everybody just always yelling, but there's no reason to. I've got tons of supplies, weapons, food, safety, and morale, obviously. Morale's only down because they're yelling at each other. I feel like the game would have been better served if you'd never get bad events if your morale was high.
Maybe later.
Or if you did get bad events, it had to be regulated to something that you were deficient in, such as you didn't have enough food, so your characters went out scavenging and somebody got hurt. Or they got weak, they got sick, something. But when you have everything, you should not have bad events. I understand that's the game's way of increasing difficulty and playtime, but I don't like it. It's really just feels like a babysitting mission at this point. It's more work than it is play.
Our scouts just spotted a new group of survivors. I'll get you the location.
Headed home.
You gonna sit around with your thumb up your ass or help out?
Okay, in that case, I was trying to attack the zombie, but she kept homing in on the zombie but wouldn't attack because she couldn't position herself in front.
We're there. I can load. All right, be ready in a minute.
We're clear.
Securing the perimeter like that by hitting all the little waypoints in the building won't matter for missions because the monsters will spawn regardless. But I do that so I can kind of get a bead on things. That way if other zombies are coming in from the noise, I'll know about it. Or I'll have a better idea about it.
Don't let it go.
He's glitching out.
Let's go.
I got this. Don't worry.
You never run a zombie on your passenger door unless you actually have a passenger in your car. It's kind of annoying.
Pick on you in high school or something?
Hitting zombies with the front of your car does more damage to your car than hitting it with the back of your car. Because your car essentially has locational damage, and the engine of your car is its main blood, essentially, its main lifeline. Alan, I like Alan. I have a great deal of respect for Alan as well. I feel like most players don't like Alan or Sergeant Eric Tan, but I think it's because they're valuing feelings over practicality. And I guess this is, I unfortunately, I value practicality over feelings. Otherwise, I'm such a boring person. So, for example, Alan, he's actually, to me, he's a hero, and so is Eric. You get a bad impression of Alan at first because he wants to threaten to kick you out. But basically, this is the zombie apocalypse. You are bringing a bunch of strangers into your base. Everything's a risk. If you see me like swap cars or something like that or whatever, or if you see a little jump like that, that is just me. That's me like cutting out inventory management, because I don't really think you want to watch that. I do a lot of inventory management in every game I play. This is the infestation that's next to my base, and I figured since I have backup, I'll go ahead and bring them along. But it turns out to be totally unnecessary because this is just screamers, and I defeated them with one roll. I haven't decided yet how I will edit out the inventory, so it might be like I'm on one side of the truck at one point, fade through transition of me finalizing my inventory. So like, let's say I make 4 passes to the trunk. As I make it to the trunk the first time, I'll maybe overlap so that it ends on the 4th pass. So you just kind of see a fade where I may have teleported and a few more items have moved around. I guess if you're a paranoid, if you're a suspicious person, it may look like I'm cheating or something, like suddenly there's items or I teleported. No, that's just me editing out inventory, because a bunch of this game is scavenging, and to me, I don't think that'd be the funnest part to watch. The game is fun to play. I scavenge, I like getting things, but since you're not actually the one getting them, unless you're emotionally invested in my progress, I don't think you want to watch me run to my trunk to throw in 3 snacks, and then run to my trunk again to throw in 3 firecrackers.
Time to take a look around.
Keep your eye on our right. We got zombies incoming.
So here is one of the problems about surveys is your allies just sort of stand around like an idiot and get eaten. So I had to take a little bit of damage there just to protect them. Now remember, every time you get out of your car, it generates a loud noise for the zombies. Probably, I feel like it's louder than honking. It's like, maybe not even a noise. It's just the zombies are immediately ordered to. I feel like zombies are immediately ordered to go attack the driver's side the car, essentially. The only time this doesn't happen is if you manage to park inside a safe zone. So you'll see me do that a lot in the future.
Okay.
That's one of the big reasons why I like to place a safe zone near a survey point, just so that I can always get out and check out the survey without having to deal with zombies. additionally, if you ever fall, you will be fine unless a zombie's nearby. So let's say you fall and you run out of hit points because you fell from a great height. If there's zombies around, if they go up to you, you die. You're dead. You're done for. But if there are no zombies around, you'll just reappear back in base, and it'll tell you that someone picked you up or something. Now I could have gotten out of this and killed these zombies. So there's a humongous amount of zombies here. You know, I don't normally see this many during an infestation mission. Also, I don't like how the bladed weapons, how slow their execution is. I feel like it's really slow. I like to use sheds to clear an area fast. You just walk up to it and immediately secures the zone. Then you can just leave the area and come back, and the zombies will be gone. So let's say there's a two-story mansion or two-story building, and you're pretty sure it's chock full of zombies you don't want to deal with. Go into the shed next to it, secure the shed, leave, and come back. You can just drive off for about 5 seconds and then drive back. And at that time, all the zombies will be gone because they will despawn since you left the area, and they cannot spawn since the area is secure. So it's a good way to immediately clear a house in about 20 seconds without having to deal with fighting. So this is it's an enclave, but it's constantly spawning zombies instead. I later realized why this is the case. I first saw this on the little store earlier, the gas station. But I believe this happens when there are no survivors left in the enclave at the time. Like, they still belong to the enclave, they're just wandering around. So let's say the building has 3 survivors and all 3 of them are doing something. I think that means the zombies will then occupy the house all the time, even if it's in a safe zone. So I'll be driving by it constantly, and there'll be zombies in it constantly. But other than that, my town will be completely safe. I try not to drop in things that don't have a lot of durability, because you only have a 255 item limit. So if you keep dropping in every stick you find for 6 influence, you're going to end up being unable to put anything else in the future. Additionally, I think this also applies for your neighbors. Let's say that there's going to be an event that makes them restock their supplies, but it doesn't get. Let's say there's an event that lets them start selling you things or whatever, so it would add supplies. I believe there's two kinds. There's the Enclave locker is being reset to some sort of status, in which case everything gets cleared out, and then new items are just placed there. It's more like, if you're familiar with coding, it's like setting the variable to an equal. The other kind is where it just adds things. So instead of setting a variable to equal, it's just setting a variable to add, to plus. So it might be everything in it, plus maybe 4 more guns. The reason why that makes a difference is maybe the Enclave has a limit of, say, 30 or something. I don't know how much these things can hold. But let's say they can hold 30 things. And you fill it up with 30 items of crap. And I do this later on. You fill it with 30 items of crap. And then you get a message that says, I'm adding things to the locker, come buy it. Well, I go over there and all I see is the crap I've sold them. So that's something to keep in mind. For story-based neighbors, that's something you want to watch for. That's why I generally try to avoid it.
I don't have enough space for this. I'm already loaded down here. We're clear.
Looks like trouble up ahead there.
Fucking sweet. I found some supplies. Send runners for pickup.
I'll get people moving.
Sit tight. I'm bringing the stuff home.
Roger that. We'll be waiting.
Go easy. You're gonna kill yourself like that.
I'll run this home.
Roger that. We'll be waiting.
Okay, I feel like she just appears out of nowhere.
We'll crack open a cold one for you.
She was not there before, so now she lost trust. Even though I didn't hit her or anything, she just was not happy with that. I'm trying to raise her trust with me enough to be controlled. So now Alan Gunderson is happy. Alan Gunderson is difficult to make happy, not because he's mean, but because you can't control him. So you have to wait for him to do a scavenging run. That's why I joined him on that scavenging run.
There you go. Don't say it's done.
We found Doc. He's out at the old Barrett place, looking in on one of the Wilkerson boys.
So he'll come see Ed next.
Yeah. Only, you're going to need to go get him. From the sound of things, they're penned in pretty good.
Great. Okay, I'm on my way.
You might want to come back and restock. You don't want to rush in unprepared.
Hey, we run into some trouble.
They're in a tough spot.
Now here's Lily messing things up yet again. She's a liability. Players kill off survivors for less. Some players say, like, hey, if a character causes trouble at the base, you just feed him to the zombies. And that's actually something that I think people watching zombie movies do. You see a dude who's always messing with everybody because he thinks it's funny or he thinks it's his time to shine, but instead of being like, you know, a good authoritarian about it, he's just an immature jerk about it. Like, he thinks that because there's no laws or anything, he can argue with people. You can argue with people with laws.
Take the road southeast out of town a little ways. You'll see a dirt path on the left. Follow that all the way to the Barrett place. You can't miss it. A word of warning about the Wilkersons, though. Now, I'm not saying they've ever murdered anyone in cold blood, but you might want to be on your best behavior with them. That's all.
Probably a good thing I didn't bring Ed then. Anything I need to worry about with this doctor?
No, Doc's good people. He can be a little crusty sometimes, though.
Crusty like how?
Everybody'd love to have Doc as a full-time resident, but he's refused all of us. He says it would impede his ability to look after all his patients. Nobody's had the guts to push the issue yet.
Sounds like a real old-time country doctor.
Takes house calls and everything.
Okay, I'm free and clear. See you soon.
Got anything good?
Show you when I get there.
So it's not like you needed the end of the world to do it. They just decided that they would. You know, so in zombie movies, you always have these jerks who don't seem to know any better. They're just there basically to get eaten and for you to feel happy that they got eaten. Well, I feel like Lily is one of those characters, at least for me. Some people really like her. Some people think she's cute. Most people say that you can't force cuteness. If you try to make a character cute, they just come off as being stupid. If you create a character and say, hey, look at me, I'm cute.
There you go. Don't say I never gave you anything.
What you got?
Oh, you know, stuff.
So you have, every character has 4 main stats: cardio, wits, fighting, and shooting. Cardio you can raise by running around, and that blue bar on the left will increase. That's your stamina. Stamina is used for running and fighting, doing special moves or jumping. Fighting increases your health, and you can raise that by killing crap. Wits determines your speed at searching things. I'm not sure it determines how good the loot you find is. Some people say it does, some people say it makes no difference. You cannot raise it by sneak attacks in the game version I'm playing, but I believe you can raise it in Year 1 Special Edition for sneak attacks. So then there's shooting, which you raise obviously by shooting. That's one of the harder skills to raise other than wits. If you have an upgraded watchtower, you can spin some bullets to increase your shooting XP gain. So that's something worth thinking about. I like to level up shooting by using guns that I'm otherwise going to sell, because when you sell it, it costs the same whether it's fully loaded or not. And you can't get bullets back out, so let's say a rifle that you don't want has 20 bullets in it. Well, if you sell it, you're essentially out those 20 bullets. You might as well spend them first. If you ever see a jump like that, that's me doing AFK business right there. I have to go AFK a lot, as you know. So something like that may not necessarily be lag. That's just me pausing the game, and then when it comes to editing, I'll edit that part out. I do AFK a lot. Sorry, unfortunately that's one of the reasons why I stopped doing YouTube for a while.
I'm not going outside
So it remains to be seen how smoothly I can make the AFK transitions. Sometimes during editing, I leave me saying AFK or whatever so that it becomes clear. Other times I take it out so that it doesn't distract from the view. It's like if you're watching a movie and then you see the little clapper come in and say, okay, in scene. You don't really need to see that. I'm trying to show you the game, not the work table that I'm cutting footage on and so forth. Unfortunately, I do a ton of AFKing. The AFK-ness is what stopped me from really getting into doing YouTube in the first place, along with the copyright issues. I started by doing Deus Ex Human Revolution, and at one point, I don't know if it's like a background song or something, but Eliza Cassan says "Everybody Lies," and then I didn't know that's a song or something. And later I got like some sort of notice that says there's a song in my video called "Everybody Lies," and at that point I'm like, well, I'm not doing a good job finding the time to record anyways. I'm just gonna go ahead and just shut down my channel. I didn't know. I basically felt I guess run off, intimidated of doing this. Like,
Attention, all civilians currently squatting in this godforsaken valley. This is the Army. And since you apparently can't figure it out for yourself, we are better armed, armored, and equipped than a bunch of drunk hillbillies with hunting rifles. So don't go thinking you can force us to take you away from all of this, because we will shoot you. Thoroughly. That is all.
Then again, I was never finding enough time to record. And here's the thing, I was always trying to find like the perfect time. The perfect time doesn't exist. That was a hard lesson I learned. And an important one. I'd have to make that time. I can't just wait for it to fall on my lap and say, oh, you know what? This is a good time for me to record. I pretty much have to squeeze in all the time I can. So I might have just like an hour. And in the past, I'd be like, an hour is not really enough to get anything done. Well, I want to have a video published every day. So I'll take all those 1 hour segments I get. And my family is very understanding about this as well. So that way you don't often hear them in the background or anything.
Who's that there on the road? Huh? We don't take kindly to unexpected guests. You can kindly fuck right off.
Now, the game tries real hard to make you dislike the Wilkersons, but again, I'm okay with them. I guess this makes me a pretty bad person, since I like everybody that people don't like, and I don't like people that people like. It's like, some people like Lily, not a lot, but some people like Lily. She's nice and everything, she tries to be. Really, I think she's just a sarcastic jerk.
Where's Doc Hansen? We need to get going.
Doc says Eli ain't good to move. So we ain't moving. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a whole mess of them fuckers working their way over here.
That's right, Mickey. So why don't we put our friend here to work?
Fine, you hold her hand. I'm gonna go check on Eli. That's your call whether you want to help or be a pain in my ass. Because I'd be more than happy to nail you to a tree and use you as bait.
All right, then. Let's get to work. When they come, there's gonna be a lot of them. We need to set up defenses where we can, alright? Let's start by boarding up these here windows. There should be some scrap lumber in there that'll serve. This is where we gotta hold them. I guarantee you we don't want this thing turning into a room-to-room fight. Zombies ain't smart, but they never quit. They'll find their way in here if there's an opening. And if you give them enough time, they'll make one. Doc's upstairs looking after my little brother. Don't interrupt him. And don't you dare let any zombies get up them stairs. Here, take this. When we make our moonshine strong, should make decent enough firebombs.
Yeah, they're coming. It looks like we got a few minutes, though.
Should still be some cats playing around the place, too. If you need something with a little bit more boom, put a round through one of those bad boys. Just don't be too close when you do.
Coming up the road now. Better get ready. Lock and load, boys. Company's here.
And I don't like her, whereas I get along with the Wilkersons. And most people dislike them a lot. I get along with Alan. Most people really dislike Alan. It's like, I can't wait to feed him the zombies. And some people don't care much. Most people are indifferent to Eric Tan. But some don't like him because he's one of the military that just wants you to, you know, not be a squatter. Well, that's the official line. As you play the game, you'll see that Eric Tan's actually a really cool dude. Eric Tan for president. So you can shoot the barrels if you need an extra little boost. I think she stopped reloading at that time. Yeah, she because it was a while since her last shot, she put her gun up before she finished reloading. Very lame. I don't control that. I don't holster her gun. She holsters it.
Holy shit! Look at that big back! Oh, damn! I think that's one of them Miller boys. He always was a fat fuck.
As I later discover, if you end up stopping the zombie on this movement path, he just stands there. This could be an issue if your area... Like, in this case, I wasn't sure if I was allowed to leave the green circle. So when I hurt the zombie but don't kill him, they're just stuck there and I have to later go out to finish them off. This was a problem for me because, again, I wasn't sure I could leave the area. So when you're playing a mission and that happens to you, just be careful. Now, Juggernauts, when they charge against the wall, they damaged every window by one barricade. And anybody repairing the wall gets damaged or knocked back. So this is why you'll see the dude I'm shooting next to, Job. He'll get into a downed status, even though there's no one in the room. That's why. It's because the Juggernaut's hitting him or hitting the wall. So with this lame, it's like I'm not really a revolver kind of guy, but maybe it's just because I haven't used guns much. It's generally assault rifle or nothing, so I don't really use guns a whole lot. I will try to do so. I try to do so during this series, though, so you'll see that. But it's still not a whole lot. Anyways, because I'm a cheap person. I don't really use resources in most video games, but I do try to use it when I'm recording. So that way you can see me, so that way you can see the different kinds of resources, you can see faster progression. But in general, being cheap has its advantages. Like, when I need resources, it's there. If crap goes down, like, I don't know, a zombie phases through the wall and takes a huge chunk of your life or something. When crap goes down, I'm ready for it. My priority here is to make sure that the Wilkersons like me. So I don't want to do anything that lowers their trust in me. I'd rather go out there and smash the zombies up than accidentally make them lose trust in me. Now, I don't know this yet, but you can tap the Q button to switch shoulder views. If your weapon has a scope, it'll zoom in only very, very slightly, almost like not even worth. So the reason I'm using a revolver here, as I was getting at earlier, it's not because it's my weapon of choice or anything. It's actually the one I don't. It's actually the one I think I would use the least. Maybe shotguns, I'm not sure. And at some point I'll probably try it. Try shotguns. I don't end up doing so in this series, though. Because without the shotgun upgrade, a shotgun specific skill, you don't actually have a kill zone. So I end up like shooting zombies in the chest and it doesn't do anything. So in this case, I deliberately jump through the window because I want the zombies to get in. If they get in, I can kill them faster. Like, seriously, that's why. Because you can't end the mission if the zombies are still battering against your barricades. So I could just like stand there repairing barricades till it's daytime, but the mission will not end. Again, I'm hesitant to just walk out of the area because if I fail, I have no idea what happens when I fail missions. Generally, when people fail a mission, it's because they died, not because they left. So I'm being real hesitant about it. And there we go.
Doc, what's the good word?
I'm sorry, son. I did all I could.
Oh, hell. God damn it!
How long have we got, Doc? Before he turns?
Minutes, maybe. Maybe sooner. Unless...
No. No way. We are gonna bury Eli. Proper.
Bury it and it'll claw its way out. Your brother's dead and gone, boy. What we're talking about here is a kindness.
I'll do it.
Doc, you can't ask me to do this. I promised Ma I'd take care of him.
I'll do it.
Better do it quick then, before it starts to move.
I don't think you can give any head wounds that doesn't just knock the head clean off.
I tell you the other night I busted into my bitch ex-wife's house?
Nah.
Yep, kicked in the door, smashed up the place, pissed on her bed. Felt good, even if she's already a zombie. Best part though? No piece of shit local cops showing up blabbing about drunk and disorderly and restraining order bullshit.
Yeah, well, just keep your asses clear of Marshall. Way I hear it, the pigs have some kind of base down there, and they ain't handing out traffic tickets, if you know what I mean.
I don't really remember hearing all the conversations of the Wilkersons like this. If you get enough friendship with the Wilkersons, they'll sell you guns and ammo. This is great because otherwise you don't have really a lot you spend your influence on. The unfortunate part is, after I do all the Wilkerson missions, I never see them restock their closet. I don't know if that's a bug or what. I was thinking I'll be their buddy and I'll just get constant gear. No. Now maybe if I'd never exited the game that would work, but like they seem to restock while I'm playing the game. But once I leave the first time, they're done. They're done selling gear. It's so strange. I don't get it.
Might want to offer them a hand. I'm sending you the location now.
I'm on the move.
All right, best of luck.
So I keep driving past this person because I don't want to try to drive up while they're getting in the middle of a large fight. Because I don't want them to die. Basically, I'm not worried for myself. The AI is really suicidal.
Ready to move. I'm on this like stink on a bloater. Break it! Fucking go!
I've read that in Year 1 edition, the Pharaohs dodge your car a lot better.
Time to move on. You're mine now. I will fuck you up. Got it. Fucking A. Guess I've taken up enough of your time already. Let's get out of here. Catch you later.
So those icons means 5 friendship, influence, and happiness. Friendship helps you get trust. Friendship is basically trust. If they trust you enough, you can control them. Story-based characters you can't control until the story says you can. So even if you were to attempt to send Alan out on missions and walk with him all the time, you would never be able to control them. Not unless it's Breakbound, which is basically a free roaming game, part of the game.
Hey, Lily, your folks haven't seen Bill around anywhere, have they?
I don't think so.
Damn fool's probably drunk up a tree somewhere. But could you have your people keep an eye out for him? He's overdue by an hour.
Don't worry about it. I'll alert the troops.
Every time you level up skills, you get +1 fame. Unless it's Breakdown, then you get +4 fame. Fame is basically your cap for influence. The higher your fame, the more influence you can pack without losing it.
How is he?
The fever's lower than it was, but it still hasn't broken.
Hey, did you ever look at the ceiling of this tent? It's all, I'm the ceiling. I keep rain off you.
Good job, ceiling.
The painkillers also seem to have taken effect.
Let me take a look. You got him on antibiotics?
As many as we can spare.
Well, the good news is the wound hasn't become necrotic. I'll keep an eye on him till the fever breaks, but, I think your friend is gonna make it.
Thanks, Doc.
Thank a man for doing his job, it'll just go to his head.
Do I get a lollipop now?
That's it for this episode, for this post-commentary. Thank you very much for watching Tran win State of Decay. I'll see you next time.
Some weird rumors have been going around on the radio. People getting beat up, robbed, stuff like that.
Any idea who's behind it?
I don't know. Could be the old lady that volunteers at the cat rescue. Or, the Meals on Wheels guy. He's got a van and everything.
Big decision, I get it. Just remember, Tree Fort.
Thank you. And Buy American.